Seems to be working on me. I think it's working. I'm having trouble, buddy. Thanks, Larry Knock. I'm trying to use a computer I haven't used in ages, and it seems to YouTube seems to be giving me crap. One person's watching. I can't. This isn't working. This chat is closed. Time to find another stream. Ah! I want to go live. Ah! Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Audio's working. Trying to type to you guys. Let's see. Larry, you still there? Thanks, buddy. I am having so much trouble. I'm trying to use a computer I haven't used in a long time. I had to reset up everything, and YouTube is not helpful. Not helpful at all. But I think I got it going. Sorry, chat is closed. Time to find out a stream. Yeah, YouTube's not working. So I can't see your chats. Goodness gracious. I can't see chats. 2 people watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I can't see chats right now. What if I refresh this page? Let me try refreshing it. Aaron's there. Aaron, hey buddy, looks like you have problems with the stream. Yeah, I sure am. Did I get it going? Can I see chats now? Let me see if I can write a chat. Yes. YouTube is a pain. Hey, okay, there we go. Ba-bum. Got it. Whew. Such a pain getting set up. Sorry about the multiple live streams, but yeah, got it going. How y'all doing? It's a holiday over here, and so I thought I'd share my holiday with you. It's called Golden Week, but yeah, it's raining anyways. It's raining. I took my car for a drive yesterday, and my used Leaf, and very impressive. I wasn't planning on making a video, but I actually made a video because of what happened, and I'm working on the video right now. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can show you guys. Let's see if I can show you guys that. Let me see here. Let's see, how do I find it? Okay, that's the screen. I'm gonna turn on my display capture. The screen's gonna freak out for a second, okay? Hang on, please bear with me. I didn't do anything. Oh, because I have this turned on still. Here we go. Let's see. Turn this off. Bear with me, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Oh, boy. So this is the video I'm working on right now, and it's in 4K, and I'm using a 7-year-old computer, so it's taking a little while, but as you can see, It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And we'll go over that in a sec. Sorry. So I'm working on all this stuff right now. I'm watching the playback. Had 3 notifications. Ding ding. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry about the notifications, but hey, it's all good. We're going now. It's been a while. I haven't done a stream for so long. I don't even know what to do really, and I haven't used this OBS software for ages. I've been using my iPad Pro, but I'm working on a video that I took yesterday with the car on this computer because I've been trying it out. I haven't used this computer in ages. It's been sitting in the closet for probably 2 years, maybe a little less than that. And I'm thinking about selling it. It's spring cleaning time. I'm thinking about selling it, so I'm just trying to see what it can do. And it's still a screamer. It's actually not a bad computer. I paid over $3,000 for it when I bought it new back in 2012. It's a little limited. It's got an i5. I should have sprung for the i7, but I went i5 with it. So it's only a quad core, and the video card is not bad. It's a NVIDIA video card with 2 gigs of video memory. Not bad for a 7-year-old computer. Not great, but not bad. And you can't change that. That's soldered onto the main board. However, I went to iFixit, and you can pretty much change everything else on this thing. I can boost this up to, I'm running 16 gigs of RAM right now. I can boost up to 32 gigs of RAM. I'm using a 3.1 terabyte Fusion drive, which means 128 gigs of that is SSD. So my computer runs really fast. And the other 3 terabytes is roughly just for storage, but it's at 7,200 RPM, so it's okay. But when you're doing video, it's a little bit of a pain. It's a little slow. But iFixit has a 4 terabyte SSD drive now I can put in this thing, and I can even change the CPU on this puppy if I want to. Put an i7 in it. But that's like down the road if I decide to keep it. But I'm thinking about selling it. And standard Samsung Galaxy Chime. That's awesome. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think if I was to sell this 27-inch iMac with an i5, 16 gigs of RAM, 3.1 terabyte Fusion drive? I mean, it still runs. It still does pretty good. 4K video is a little bit of a stretch for it, but I'm doing it. I'm editing 4K video on it. It's okay. The fans start going now. What do you think this thing's worth? I mean, it's in pretty good. It's not in good shape. I forgot. This display it's a beautiful display, but it's getting funky. If you leave a window open on the screen for too long, it actually starts to burn in to the screen. But if you turn the computer off, it goes away. It fades away, and you turn it back on, and it'll be back to normal. So I don't know what that's all about, but it does have a little bit of a burn-in issue, but it's not permanent. Try and explain that to somebody on the net through an auction site. They're not gonna believe you. So I don't know what I can sell this thing for. I paid over $3,000. That was 7 years ago, but it is a screamer. This thing's so wicked fast still. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's way better than my late 2012 notebook. And I love that notebook because that's the one with all the ports, and I can still upgrade it. I can still change a lot of stuff. I can change the hard drive and the memory, and even the main board if I have to on that thing. In display, I can change display. In the battery, you can do a lot on that late 2012 computer. That one has an i7, and that's only running 8 gigs of RAM right now, but it can expand to 16 on that. And I could put a 3 terabyte SSD drive in it if I wanted to, and it has a super drive in it, so I can burn DVDs and stuff on it, or play DVDs and stuff. It's a pretty decent little notebook computer, but it has a dent in its top screen. My wife dropped it by accident once, and she put a little dent in the top screen of the screen. It didn't affect the performance of the computer or the screen, but people, once again, they see a dent, they're not going to want to pay a lot for it. So I'm planning on I'm going to trick that thing out, upgrade it, and then sell the big one. I was planning on it. But the big one, what do you guys think? $700? Do you think it's a fair price to ask? I don't know. You tell me, guys. Pretty good hardware. Yeah, it's not bad. Too bad about that screen problem. Yeah, tell me about it. Is $700 asking too much for a screen that's it's a little janky? It's probably too much, isn't it? More like $250, right? Hey, no, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Sorry I haven't streamed for a while, but I don't know. There's just like, for me, not much to talk about. Boy, the Wi-Fi is not doing well today. Jeez. But yeah. So what do you think? No, you're a computer expert kind of guy. What do you think of an i5 27-inch iMac? 2012, late 2012, 27-inch iMac with 16 gigs of RAM, 3.1 terabyte Fusion drive. Uh, it's still a screamer, but the screen is janky. I mean, the screen's janky, man. The screen, what it has, you get ghost imaging after a while. If you leave a window open too long on it, it'll burn into the screen. But when you turn the screen off, when you turn the computer off and leave it sit for a few minutes, turn back on, the ghost is gone. So it's not a permanent ghosting, but it burns in if you leave the screen. So what I have to do is I have to once in a while just flip from screen to screen just to keep the image from burning into burning in. So if I flip I have multiple windows, desktops. And if I just real quick flip from back and forth from one desktop to the other, it keeps them from doing it. Yeah, I'm trying to sell it. I'm doing spring cleaning. I've been selling all kinds. I sold my Honda generator, and I sold my air compressor because I don't use it. I have an impact wrench for it, and it was too small of a air compressor tank. It was only a 10-liter tank. It was too small to really run a impact driver. So I sold that, and farmer guy bought it for his tractor, so that's cool. And so yeah, I'm just like cleaning up my attic. I got so much stuff in there, just selling stuff. Don't know about using Mac. What is a good price? Yeah, or what a good price is. Yeah, I don't either. I don't know. Like when I go on the auction sites over here, and Japanese tend to pay a pretty good premium for Mac stuff. They like them. They think it's pretty. This thing at the most is 500, I think. Yeah, I think so. US, I think you're right. About 250 with that janky screen. Too bad. And I can't it doesn't support latest OS. I have it. I have the latest OS on there. What's the latest OS is? I got let's see. I got what's it called? Mac OS Catalina, which is a problem. Really? So if I put it, I can easily put the original OS back on it. I've done it before. It does work a lot. Of course, it's a little smoother because the Catalina is kind of heavy duty. But this thing, it is fast. But you think they'll take care of the burning issue on my screen? Is the Catalina got a bug in it for this particular computer? It leaves a burn-in image. It could be the OS doing that. I never heard of that, but if that's possible, I'll just revert to the a little bit older OS. I've got several OSs available. Really, 2012 supports Catalina. Yeah, I mean it's working. It's working good. Like when I do like screen switching and stuff like that. It's fast. It's wicked fast. And like I'm doing 4K video. Yeah, the fans come on because I'm doing 4K video on it, but it seems to be doing it. I say stay on that OS. Okay. All right. Here's for me. Isn't that weird? Well, this is a late. They had two iMacs. This technically it's not a 2012. It wasn't. I ordered in 2012. It wasn't delivered to me until late January or early February. It was technically, to me, it's a 2013, but it's described as a late 2012. But you couldn't get them in 2012. You could pre-order in 2012. That's the weird thing. I think I ordered in November or December. So yeah, it's pretty decent. I'm not a Mac expert, but I found most 2012 don't support it. Interesting. Okay. I must have had the better one. Like I said, you couldn't even get it in 2012. You ordered in 2012. It didn't get shipped to you until 2013. I remember that. It also depends on hardware vendors they use. Yeah, I'm using see, I didn't get you. There's a model, 2012 model that it just uses the Intel video. I actually have a NVIDIA video card, so that maybe makes a difference. I don't know. Maybe that's why I can handle it. I don't know. I used to burn lots of DVD and CDs. Both of my Macs, optical drive quit. Not using them anymore. Yeah, you don't really need to, But it's kind of nice because DVDs are pretty cheap, and it's nice to have a hard copy you can put in your safe or something if you have like important documents and stuff. And DVDs still hold quite a bit of like document data and stuff, and you can put music on them and stuff. So yeah, I mean, to each their own. I liked it. I still like it. I do use it. Like I use it for my students. I make DVDs for them for their birthday videos and stuff, and give them to the parents, so they like it. The video card that limits it, and cards couldn't upgrade. Right, the card cannot upgrade on this, but at least I have 2 gigs of video RAM on it. Yeah, I did get I went cheesy on the CPU so I could go a little bit better on the video card. I remember that when I was pre-ordering. I did some stuff. iFixit. I tried that. I went to iFixit and they said, yeah, you can't. It's soldered on the video card. You can't upgrade. You can upgrade almost everything else on this iMac, but the video card. And I'm glad I see. It's just so weird how the screen's acting. I don't know if it's a software issue or a hardware issue. Because if it's a hardware issue, this screen is not a Retina. It's not a Retina display. Retinas came out, I think, a year after this, or maybe 2 years after this. But it's fairly inexpensive to buy even a 27-inch display from Apple. Just order the part and I could put a new display in. But I don't know if that's going to fix the problem. I'm not going to spend whatever it's going to be, $400, $500 to find out it didn't change anything. So, get a Prius Prime. Hey, right on. Nate's he's jumping into the car talk right now. That's right, Prius Prime. There you go. Sounds hardware to me. Okay, no, thanks. I appreciate the input. I'll if I decide to hold on to it, because like I said, iFixit. There's all kinds of stuff. I can put an SSD, hard drive, 4 terabyte hard drive in this puppy. I can boost the memory to 32 gigabytes. I can even put an i7. I can drop an i7. It's like if I was going to change the hard drive, I probably would do all that other stuff. I probably would. I'd find a i7 compatible i7 chip on eBay or something, and do all that stuff. That replace everything I can while I have the screen off, anyways. And then I replace the screen at the same time. I just do it all at one time. I was going to hold on to it because I could. I do all that. I'm not going to improve the resale value, but it'll definitely last me a few more years doing that. It's old-fashioned, but I miss burning physical media. Yeah, it's cool, and I still do. I mean, the parents over here, it's still they're still using DVDs over here. They have DVD rental stores like crazy, and not too many people stream over here, and so they're kind of a little bit behind the times. They've always have been over here. So I still have to make. I always say I can make a flash drive or I can make a Blu-ray, but they always say I need DVD. I only have a DVD player. It's like, got it. DVD it is. If you hook up an external display, that'll prove it, basically. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I have a feeling I'll hook up an external display, I won't have a problem, though. That's right. I didn't even think about it. I should have thought about that. It's like, that's just basic common sense. I'll have to do AirPlay. I don't have an actual display. I used to have a display, but I never used it. I didn't throw it away. I sold it. But I can do a AirPlay to my TV and just leave it on for a while and see if it burns in. It's the same video card. So I think it's the same video card. I don't think you're using the on-chip video card for that. If you hook up, yeah. Okay, Dookie, I got 7 people watching. So like I was saying earlier, let me now some more people are here. Let me turn my display capture. It's gonna go funky right now. Boo. All right, so I'm working on a video right now. I went for a drive yesterday, as you guys can see from that little screenshot there. Pretty impressive, but it gets even better. You have to whoa, turn that off. All right, it's gonna get even better when I put out the video. I was hoping to have the video done by the starting the stream, so we could watch together, premiere it here on this live stream. But no such luck, because it is 4K video, and this computer it's kind of struggling, but it renders fairly quickly still. So yeah, I'm almost done with it. Anyways, I took a drive. I wasn't going to make a video. I took a drive yesterday with my wife because it's Golden Week, and everything's on. It's voluntary lockdown. We're not forced to lock anything down, but it's voluntary lockdown, and so a lot of the malls and stuff, they did choose to lock down and stuff. So there's not much to do. So we went for a drive through the Chiba Mountains and stuff, and it was just gorgeous. It was a gorgeous drive. And in the middle of the drive, I looked at my dashboard and I just realized what was going on. I was like, that's insane. So, how would I go to 7 to 5 already? I just started my. Okay, whatever. Anyways, so I made a video of it. I wasn't going to make a video, so it's a short video. You guys will love it. It's like, I think it's going to be like 5 minutes max. Maybe a little longer because I do talk. But, yeah. I think it's going to be really cool. And also I want to talk about used cars. I was right. I made a video. I don't know if you guys watched it. I made a video a while back about the Altec. Did anybody watch my Altec video? The e-Power Altec Leaf. I made it a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't know if you guys watched it. If you watched it, in the video I was talking about how Nissan has, I think I talked about there, and I also talked about live stream, I think. I can't remember, but I talked about how they've 4 people watching. Come on now. I talked about how Nissan's changed their terms of service with the charging network. 4 people watching. Is my video working? Getting good efficiency? It's getting extremely good efficiency. I don't want to ruin it, really, but I guess I'll tell you because I'm losing everybody anyways. Down to 4 people. Oh, 5! Somebody came back, or somebody came back. Anyways, the efficiency is insane. That's why I'm titling the video. I titled the video, my Leaf thinks it's a Tesla because it's just the numbers are insane. I'm giving roughly 8 miles to the kilowatt hour. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Leaf, that's not possible. It shouldn't be possible. Not even over here. I've never gotten that high. Like the highest I got was almost 7, and this is a little bit over 8. I was getting yesterday. These were insane numbers. I only charged the car to 82%. Okay, I came down the mountains. I was going to the mountains. I think I charged up to 70% before I went to the mountains. And when I went to the mountains, I was going up and down, up and down. By the time I got down to the bottom of the mountains, I was back up to about 50%, maybe 49%. And I was like, well, I still can go a long ways on this, but I'll charge anyways because I didn't know where we were going. We went to the mountains and we didn't know where we were going to go next. So I charged up when I got to the bottom of the mountains at a Nissan dealer, and I charged to 82%. Lately, I've been doing 81, 82 because, well, you know, when you charge to 80% and it cuts off at 80%, it's really 79%. It says 80, but as soon as you unplug the car and start it up, it says 79 on your dash. So I was like, yeah, I don't, just the way my brain works, I like to see 80 or 81. So I charged to 81 or 82%. And that way it's in the 80s when I unplug. And that's what I've been doing. And so I left at an 82% charge. And when I pulled out, it wasn't easy going. The traffic was flying down that street because it's coming up. It's out of the base of the. You're at the base of the mountain. People are going pretty fast because they like to do the windy roads and stuff. And so it's kind of hard to get out of that dealership. So I had to floor it and took off. And then I got to 7-Eleven to buy a new cable because I lost mine, so I could charge with my phone. And then pulling out of there because the 7-Eleven was literally like 200 meters from the dealership. So then I had to do it all over again. I had to peel out just to get out of the traffic because the cars are flying down that road. And then I was just going. We were going up and down because there's still some pretty good hills because you're just getting out of the mountains basically. And then we finally get to the coastline. We get to the sea level, and it's pretty straight for about 30 kilometers. You're just going, straight to sea level. And I looked down after going about, I think 80 kilometers, looked at my dash and was like, are you freaking kidding me? The efficiency was so high. I was on 82% charge. It was saying I was going to be able to go over 118 miles. 82%. And I was like, dude, this, and I remember I erased everything. I always erase everything. When I finish charging, I zero out the whole computer. So everything's all erased. And I reset the trip and everything. And so it was like, these numbers are right. This is crazy. So I had to record it. You gotta go now? Oh, okay. All right, watch the rerun. Thanks, buddy. Insane numbers, right, Aaron? Insane. Bye now. Maybe he's already gone. That sucks. Um, but it was just insane. I couldn't believe it. And then when I went home, I recorded at 50. I was at the 50% mark when I recorded those numbers, and then I headed home. And when you're going home, you have to go through Narita and Sakura to get to my city, and that's very hilly again. You're going up in the mountains again, kind of. Narita's kind of up high. I don't know if people know this because they know Narita, the international airport is in Narita, but they probably don't know how hilly and mountainous it is. Actually, if you watch the video of them making the airport, it was ridiculous how much stuff they had to do to level out the ground enough for the runways. It was crazy. It's a very hilly area, and it's kind of weird that they chose such a hilly area to put the airport in, but that's what they did. But anyways, so of course it wasn't the same numbers when I got to my city, but it hadn't changed that much. It was pretty impressive. By the time I got to where I wanted to charge up before I went home, it was still well over 100 miles at 82%. It was insane. I can't wait to show you that video, but I'm almost finished. I'm working out right now, and I'll show when you guys see it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I am 4.5 miles per kilowatt with AC on, and that's the best I can do early hot weather. Right. That's actually really good. With the aircon on, I'm doing 4.5 because with the aircon off in America, I think 5.5 is really good. Really considered really good in America because of speeds and stuff. So if you're doing 4.5 with the aircon on, you're doing really great. When I put the aircon on, I'm in the eighths in the kilometers, so what would that be? I'll say that. 1.6. I'm at 5. When I have the aircon on, I'm only at 5 miles per kilowatt hour when I have the aircon on. We didn't need the aircon yesterday. It was perfect temperature. It was really good, but it was really windy. It was really gusty. They even had warnings for gusts. But it was really beautiful. When we got to the mountains, it got a little chilly. We had to roll the windows up, but down at the bottom, it was really nice and warm. Wow, I am not doing well. It's been a while since I've done a stream, so I must be doing something wrong. I'm having a hard time. Could be just the time. I thought I started early today, but maybe not. Yeah, your numbers are good, Aaron. Your numbers are good. And how old is your Leaf? I have to wait. There's such a delay on this stupid thing. No audio. Waiting for Aaron to reply. How old is your Leaf? Do you have 11 segs? 10 segs? Okay, well, I can't wait that long. This delay is ridiculous on this thing. Unbelievable. I can get 5 miles per kilowatt hour winter. That's really good. That's really good. Winter over here, I do poorly because the heater is definitely more taxing to me than the air conditioning. So 2013, okay, alrighty. So you're probably about 10 segs right now on your car. You have about 10 segs on your battery health. So. The reason why I'm bringing this up, since I'm waiting, the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because I'm a firm believer in buying used cars now. Now that I bought this Leaf, I was 5 years old when I got it, and it's doing so excellent still. I'm a firm believer in buying used lease. And like I said, with that program that they changed, they screwed up the resale value. They destroyed their own cars resale value. Nissan did it to themselves, and so now you can get like a Leaf like I have, a 2015, 2016, 24 kilowatt hour Leaf for about $8,000, $7,000 to $8,000, in pretty good condition. And if you go 30 kilowatt hour Leaf, 2017, 16, 2016 they started. If you get a 2016 30 kilowatt hour leaf, those go for about 9 to 13,000. Depends on the condition, you know, if they have full segs and things like that. And if you want to go 40 kilowatt hour leaf, they start at about $17,000 already for 2017 40 kilowatt hour with ProPilot, 17,000 used. And I saw a Nismo for, okay, that was more expensive. That was about 30,000 because they start at 17, but those are the X. If you go to that's the medium grade. If you go to top of line grade with the ProPilot, those run about 24,000. And if you want the Nismo 40 kilowatt hour, that's 30,000. And then you have E plus. There's an E plus I saw for 35,000. Keep in mind the E plus is almost 60 grand over here after everything is included. It's over 50,000 to start before you even add some of the stuff you're going to want, some of the options. So, and plus the tax. The tax over here is 10%, and then you have licensing, and they charge for everything. They add about $2,000 onto the price of the car just for their paperwork, all their office work, they say. So it adds up pretty quick. So used is definitely the way to go, and I was going to go over those. I'll go over some stuff I've been finding out. So yeah, 9 segs. Okay, 9 segs. Darn heat killing my old battery. Right. Arizona's gonna be hard on those batteries. And you have the Lizard battery, but Arizona's is like ridiculously hot, and that will destroy your battery. The heat gets to it. You definitely don't want to be quick charging in the middle of summer in Arizona. But yeah. So let's go over that stuff. Let's see. Let me turn on my display capture again. It's gonna freak out here in a sec. Okay, just deal with it. Oh, now you guys can see that. Let's see. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, there it is. All right, here we go. So I was looking at this. I'm actually thinking we need a van again for work. We really do need. We're getting more and more kids. My school's actually growing, believe it or not. I think it's because so many schools are closed right now, and I stayed open, and so my school's growing, and I need the van again. Look at these vans. Check this out. The first one right here, ENV200 wagon, 7-passenger one. It's a white one. I don't like white, but it's a white one anyways. They're asking, that works out to $16,000, right? $16,000. So 2017, it only has 800 kilometers on it. What is that? Like 500 miles? It's like a brand new car. Yeah, exactly. It's 500 miles exactly. So 500 miles of... it's been used only 500 miles of use on it, and it's a 2017. And I checked it out. I actually went to this dealership. It's about an hour and a half from my house over in Saitama, and I went and checked this one out. These two cars at the same dealership, and this is the only dealership in the Kanto area, except for one in Tokyo, but it's ridiculously expensive. So these are the only two that are affordable in this area without going down to Osaka. But it turns out the guy was kind of a jerk, and we tried to work a deal, and it came so close. I was interested in this blue one. This blue one here is a 7-passenger, 2017, and it still only has, it's 12,000 kilometers, but that's still really low to me. It's 12,000 kilometers, and I checked the battery on this thing, and the battery health was actually better on this than this because I think this sat so long. It sat too long, this one. So the battery health on this one was way better, and this one works out to $15,500 for this particular one in blue, and it's in pretty good shape. It has a bit of a dent on the back bumper, but so did mine actually. Interior is immaculate. It was probably, he thinks it was a government car. Like back in 2017, a lot of the city halls bought these EVs, either this one or the Mitsubishi i-MiEV. And they used it as trying to show how eco-friendly they are with the environment. Well, they're already getting rid of them. They're already they're ditching them. Don't know why. They're already ditching them. And I guess that the taxpayers' money doesn't matter. They had it for a couple of years and they're done with it already. So these were sold at auction and this company bought them. And it is a good price, but this company puts $3,000 of their own expenses on top. And I was looking at those expenses. They're ridiculous expenses. They're ridiculous. Like this car just had its shocking done. The government inspection. Just had a government safety inspection done a couple months ago. And when they sell me the car, they want to charge me for a safety check. They're going to say, they said, we're going to do a safety check on it. And so we have to charge you $500 for that. And my wife and I looked at each other and said, it just got shocking a couple months ago. You know it's fine. You don't have to do another inspection. I mean, they're just charging on top of everything. And so we had to turn around and leave because this price actually turned into $18,000. And that was just a little bit above what we wanted, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep, we have that little Honda inbox, and we want to trade the inbox in for that. And we're a little underwater on the inbox, so some of the money from the inbox alone is going to have to go on top of this. And if they leave it at, if it stays around 17,000, if it's around 17,000, we put the leftover on top of it. Then the payments work out the same. It'll be the same monthly payment as what we have on the inbox because this is so cheap. But it went up just a little bit too much, and right now I just don't have enough money to put anything extra down. Not that considerable. I can't put that much, that big of a down payment. So it just wasn't meant to be. But I did find another one, and I'm interested in this one. Look at this one. This one is exactly what I said. This one works out to $16,800 with everything included. So the black one is sticker price with tax included. This is the final cost after licensing and all that paperwork they charge for and stuff. So this is the final cost. So this one should be workable. This is a little further away. This is still, it's not Osaka, but it's down south quite a bit. It's a 3-hour drive on the highway. So it's a ways away, but this one might be, this would still, it's even less. It's 11,000 kilometers. It's 2017 again, and it seems to be in immaculate condition. It's just really good condition, it seems to me. Let's go here. Pictures are bigger here. My wife and I, my daughter too, we all miss this van because it was really nice having this van, especially for work, but also for personal use because we don't have to pay for fuel. I know gasoline's cheap right now, but the electricity's cheaper still, and charging at home is really nice. And I always got good range out of it. Not as good as my Leaf right now, but I always got good range out of my EMV. Well, I didn't have a hard time with this thing at all. We took it to Kyoto. I mean, this thing. We drove this van to Kyoto, and it did fine. It was hot. It was wicked hot. We were having temperatures like Arizona temperatures at that time. It was kind of freak of nature. As soon as we got home, the temperature went back to normal. It was crazy. It was so funny. But the battery's in good health. I can't take my lease by. I mean, I can't do a lease by from here, so I would still use my lease by to make sure everything is A-okay. But it's a really good price. This is the kind of price the van should have been from the beginning. When I bought it new, it was $50,000 for that thing new. Oops, that's not what I want. Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Now I can see what you guys are saying. Oh, let's see. Have you seen the guy in the Netherlands? He put 70 kilowatt hour in the EMV van. See that's I'm interested in that kind of stuff, guys. Oh, we're down to 2 people watching. Okay. I'm interested in that kind of stuff because when I went to my dealer, when I had the EMV, my original EMV, I went to the dealer and says, when this battery goes bad, and I want to replace it, can I put the 40 in it? Because there's an EMV with a 40. Can I pop the 40 in this puppy? And they said, no, you can't do it. It's a software issue. It doesn't match. And then I just watched what's it called? What's that show called? Yeah, I watched that show from the guy from England. He used to be in Red Dwarf. What's it called? I can't remember the name of the show. Anyways, he was doing a review on his Leaf. He has his original Leaf from 2011, and he's doing the same thing. He bought a wrecked 40 kilowatt hour Leaf, and he's transferring the battery from that 40 kilowatt hour Leaf into his 24 kilowatt hour 2011 Leaf. And I wrote him a note saying I'll be interested to see if that works because I was told it won't work because of software issues. So I mean that's crazy. If it really is possible to put these batteries in, and the computer can still read the data and give you the information, like you can still read the battery health, you can still read the battery percentage and stuff. You don't have to change the software. That's awesome. That would be great because then I'm not getting rid of my Leaf. That black Leaf, when the battery goes bad, I'm just going to buy a new battery. And if I could pop in a 40 into that puppy, that would be awesome. I know you can't do a 62 because they did change. For the 62, they changed the battery box a little bit for that battery pack. But 40 will fit. A 30 or a 40 will fit in that 24 karat Leaf. So, yeah. Great. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think it's... What do you think of that? Used Leafs, are they going for a good price over in America? I know the American market never had the kind of charging network system we had over here that I was always bragging about. Now it's gone. And so I guess the resale value can't be affected too much by any kind of charging problem over in America compared to over here. You never had it to begin with. If anything, charging is getting better in America now than 4 years ago. So what do you guys think? Maybe you guys you still don't like the range on a 24 karat Leaf. And I get that. America, with the speeds you have, and all the hills and stuff. Yeah, you're looking realistically with a brand new battery pack, like 80 miles max, and that's being like careful. And if you're not careful, 65, 70 miles of range. So maybe it's just not enough for a lot of you guys. Yeah, he put 40 kilowatt into plus more battery in the trunk. He's a bit of a hacker. Okay, so maybe he figured out how to do it. Yeah, he sounds like a hacker. And that's awesome. Because let me tell you, man, that EMV, if it had just a little bit more range, I think a lot of people would like it. I think a lot of people would buy it. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like much on the outside, but it's actually packs quite a... It's a utility van originally. It was a utility. It's a work van. And then they did make a family version, with a 7-passenger family version. For the people who want an inexpensive van. I guess not inexpensive. I should say they have a gasoline version. They have a 7-passenger gasoline version. It looks the same on the interior as the electric, and it's very cheap. You can get it for I think $17,000 because it's a utility van. It's really basic. It's bare bones. No electric power doors. The sliding doors are all full manual. The seats are bare minimum. They don't move. You can't move them back and forth. They're just right there, and they're okay. They're okay. No armrests. I mean, it's bare bones. It's bare bones, but for a family that has a big family that doesn't have a lot of money, it's great. They can buy a gasoline version for 17 grand. This thing electric was ridiculously expensive. New, over 50 grand I paid for this stupid thing. But now they have more realistic prices used, and they're very low miles on them. And so I think that's the way I want to go. I was telling my wife, I worked it out. I was like, when we had our first Leaf and the EMV together, we had a combined loan of $100,000, car loan combined with those two cars. And now with this black Leaf, and if I was able to get this van, it would be a quarter of that. It'd be like combined loan of $25,000. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. Because that's more like what that van is really worth. It was never a high-end van to begin with. However, to make up for that expensive cost, they did put a really nice 1,500 watt inverter in that thing. It's got a really nice, powerful inverter that works off the traction battery, which is really cool. Power Electronic blog or something like that. I am definitely going to check that out. I'm definitely interested in that. I really like the van. The van is a lot of fun to drive. It's a fun car to drive, and it feels good you're in this big gigantic box, and it's got really good regen. If you want, you can turn on the really heavy regen on it, and it just feels good going down hills and stuff and not using your brakes and just returning all that energy back, making all that kinetic energy back into electricity. It feels so good to do that in a big van like that. And it is big. It's big on the inside. It's not big. I guess it's not big by American standards, but I mean, it's a 7-passenger. It's probably the roomiest 7-passenger electric car out there still right now. I mean, it's definitely more room in it. It feels more roomy than the Model X as far as I'm concerned. I've sat in a Model X, and I mean, you can't get in those back seats. I couldn't. I don't know how those guys, I don't know what they did to get those guys on the demonstration. I went to the showroom over here in Omote Sando, and I tried to get in. The guy wouldn't even let me try to get in. He's like, no, go back there. And he's like, that's for children only. Adults don't go back there. But this EMV, adults fit really good actually in the back. The third row is the best area. You have the most leg room and they're the widest seats. Very comfortable in the third row. And you got the air conditioning right there. You got a separate air conditioner in the back for the third row. So it feels really good back there actually. And then the middle seat's the uncomfortable one, but still it's not bad. It's not bad. The reason why is they put the inverter underneath the driver's side is the big inverter for the 1500 watt generator or inverter, I guess. And then on the passenger side, underneath the front seat, passenger seat, is your box to plug into, and so you don't have any place to put your feet. Your feet don't fit underneath the seats, so it's a little cramped for adult in the middle row actually. But yes, it's a very roomy vehicle, so I would love to get that again for school because we were able to. That was a perfect size for our school. It fit in our parking, and the kids love it. The little kids love riding in that because it is actually very comfortable. You can fit them in very comfortable because they're bench seats, so it's just much easier to use the child seats in that thing and stuff. So it was a good car. It was a good car for work. So the kids enjoyed it. So anyways, I just wanted to go over that. Like, those numbers are ridiculous, right, guys? The prices. Nissan really shot themselves in the foot. I talked to my salesman. They're not selling any new ones, and then the used ones aren't going anywhere, especially with this lockdown. I mean, on top of everything else, and they got this. And the dealerships aren't closed, but a lot of businesses are closed, so people don't have any income. There's not. It's going to trickle down. It's just going to get worse for a while before it gets better, because we're still in the midst of it, right? And my kids haven't even. Our school year starts over here in April. It goes from April to March, not September to June. Ours goes April to March, and it's been going so long now. The public schools have been closed for so long now. They're actually thinking of, well, why not? And since we've been closed for so long, they're thinking about moving the school year to the American style, to starting September, ending in June, or no, I guess it would be ending in July. There is August. They do get August off. So that's what they're thinking about doing. Let's see. He is changing the car software and making adapter plugs are different on 2011 versus 2018 batteries. Yes, right. Wait a minute. What? There was no EMV van in 2011. The EMVs didn't come out in 2011. He's doing it. There was no EMV. You must have. You mean just regular EV? You mean NV? Regular NV? An NV? Not ENV, an NV. NV200, right? He converted NV to electric or something? There was no ENV back in 2011. Come to think of it. They didn't come out in 2015. 2015 is when they started pumping those things out. So I'm a little confused. Is he doing it to a Leaf or is he doing it to a van? Is it, Aaron? I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I want to talk about mainly. Let's see. I found something kind of funny. My sense of humor. Let's see if I can find it. Well, first off, before I show you the funny thing, I'll show you this. This is interesting. This is actually from. It's not showing up. Hang on. How can I make it show up? I guess I can't. Shoot. There's writing on the bottom of the screen here. This is from the WHO and the CDC and their information. It says COVID-19 looks a lot closer to the seasonal flu than previous coronavirus outbreaks. Right? So you got seasonal flu is fatal cases 0.1%, and COVID is about 3%. SARS was 10%, MERS was 34% fatal cases, right? And so I found that interesting. That's from the CDC and the WHO. And then if you go, if you go, boom, here, vast majority of COVID-19 patients have mild to moderate disease. So, and then if you take the people who do get the COVID, it's only 6% are critical. Most of the people that have it, it's just really mild disease. And severe would be 13.8, and that's just like, you might have to be hospitalized, but you're still not going to die. Critical's there. So I found those numbers interesting. This is from the CDC. This thing, I think so. WHO China Joint Mission. Okay, so it's WHO, World Health Organization. But this one I found was funny. Check this out. So things I've learned in the last few weeks. Coronavirus is a novel flu. The mortality rate is estimated around 3%. That's right. So only 3% that get it are dying. Coronavirus is transmitted much like other flus because it is a flu. The elderly and those compromised immune systems are most susceptible to the coronavirus. Right. The people that are dying from it are definitely the extreme elderly or people with already have some kind of immune deficiency, either through chemotherapy or whatever they have. And it says, I freaking love touching my face. I thought that was funny. That's just my sense of humor, I guess. I wanted to show you that. I had to set it up, so I had to show you this other grass before I could show you that one, but I thought that was really funny. Things I found out. I touch my face a lot. I like that. That's just me, though, I guess. I think price is going down for Leaf S. It's showing fine. Right, Nisa? That's funny, right? I had to set it up. I had to show us other graphs and set it up. But that's funny. I love touching my face. That's funny. Oh gosh. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, man. You gotta have some fun when they're in a stupid lockdown. What are you talking about? The Leaf S. What is a Leaf S, Aaron? What are you talking about? I think price is going down for Leaf S. Our S over here is the very basic one. It's very basic. It doesn't come with any nav. It's got a hole in the dash. The black piano black plastic is not existent. It's all a flat ABS plastic on there instead. It's a very cheap version. I mean, if they could do window cranks, they would have window cranks. It's a low version one. It's the S over here. And yeah, those things are really cheap. You can get those for like $4,000 or $5,000 used. They're really cheap over here. And I mean, if you're not looking for anything pretty, and you're just looking for transportation, there you go, man. Because what I'm discovering with this battery pack of mine, these used cars can do quite well. People are protecting, open up the economy. Right, exactly. Right, open up the economy. Let's get going, man. We got to do it. We got to get this economy going, Aaron. We can't stay at a standstill forever. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that joke. That was so funny. If you want to have some really fun, if you want to actually do a little studying, a little homework, I've been studying this virus for a long time now because the numbers never made sense to me. To the amount of panic. Google Cox with a K, Kochs, Cox. What's it called? I have notes. Hang on, I have notes. Where are my notes? Cox postulates. So it's Koch apostrophe S postulates. Postulates. And then like Cox postulates and the coronavirus, you can Google like that, and it will be a fascinating read. You'll find out some very interesting things. And I'm not going to tell you because a lot of people out there will probably call me a liar for saying this stuff. But if you Google it yourself and investigate yourself, you'll be blown away by what's out there. So, protesting. Oh, people are protesting. I get it. Protesting. People are protesting. Right. We got to open up. We got to get going again. People. This is what I was saying last time. It's like this is the only time where I've ever seen the way the cure is going to be more deadly than the disease. You're going to have so many people literally out of work and starving and stuff. You'll have people not be able to buy their medications because they can't afford them anymore. You'll have more people dying from this supposed cure by locking everything down than from the disease itself. Those numbers I showed you were from the WHO and the CDC. Dude, what's the deal with my live stream? Guys, can you explain to me why are my numbers just jumping like up and down constantly? I go from 2 people watching to 8 people, back down to 4 people, then to 6 people, then 2 people again. The numbers are all over the place. Am I that boring, or is YouTube messing with my head? I swear. I just agree with you. Used Leaf is very cheap. 40 kilowatts around $20,000. That's cheap. That's pretty cheap. I don't know what they go for in America, but over here, 40 brand new is 40,000. That's half price. That's half price. That's very cheap. And like over here, 40 in good condition, like the top of the line, like we call the G grade, the highest grade level, highest trim level with the Pro Pilot 40 kilowatt hour. It's about standard is about 24. You can sometimes find them for less. Like what I found over here for some reason, because I guess it's just the Tokyo area. Tokyo area is more expensive. You go down to Osaka area, very cheap, like a $5,000 difference in car prices. Very cheap down in Osaka. Like I found a whole bunch of these vans and lease. I was looking at 40 kilowatt lease and the van, right? And they were so cheap. You can find a 40 kilowatt two-tone 40 kilowatt leaf with Pro Pilot down in Osaka for under $20,000. But over here in the Tokyo area, it's like you're pushing $30,000 for full trim and everything. You're getting like 26,000. And then, like I said, the Nismo 40 kilowatt is around 30,000. But that's still a good deal because the Nismo is 50,000 when you buy it new, and it's gorgeous. The Nismo's nice. That's fun to drive. Nismo, I dare say, it's funner to drive than the E Plus because it has a better suspension, and they tuned it. It's got sports tuning, so it's got a lot of torque for 40 kilowatt hour leaf. It's really nice. The E Plus, though, you can get an E Plus for about 32, 33, 35. Down south, under 30. Up here, about 32 to 35,000 for E Plus, which is still ridiculously cheap. And these cars have hardly any miles because a lot of these cars are dealer cars. Hiya, James. Hope you're all well. Hey, MRDSN. Hey, thanks for checking in with me. I'm doing great. Sorry about that video put out that you didn't like too much on my other channel. I do apologize. If you know the guy, you know that's just a shtick. He doesn't think. He just likes to say that word because it pisses people. He doesn't like to be. He's a comedian, so he doesn't like to be told what he can and can't say. And so that's his way of fighting back. He doesn't mean it. He's got a lot of friends that are black and stuff. But I apologize if that video was offensive to you. And I understand why. I totally get it. So, not your cup of tea. I get it. But glad you're here. Thank you for joining. 60 kilowatt hour Chevy Bolt is around the same $24,000 high miles. Oh, it's got high miles. 24,000. Oh, okay. Well, you know what though, the Bolts are proving pretty good. They're doing better than some of their gasoline counterparts. So I would say it's still a good deal. I would try to talk them down a little bit more. I would try to get into the teens. So it's got high miles. I say like 19. I'll give you 19 for it. And of course the guy's gonna say no. I'll say fine, meet me halfway, 20. Is that halfway? That's what I would do. But yeah. I like the Bolt a lot. It is a little teeny. But I do like it a lot. I like that car a lot. What's his name? Chaz has that from Portland. I think he has two. He bought two. He likes it that much. He bought two. Good car. I still have my. Let's see. I'll show you guys. Let me get it. Oh, where is it? Please stand by. If I can find it, please stand by. I'll just leave it image now. I'll title it. Jeez. Ooh, no, I don't want that. There we go. Really? OBS does not make anything easy for you. Oh, I've already got images burning into my screen because I've had my YouTube viewer on too long. Let's see here. Where is it? What? What? I just took a picture of that. Is this showing everything? Showing all items. No way. As that guy was saying, Terminator, the original one. What the hell? What the hell? That was the funniest scene. Where is it? Oh, that's weird. Okay, wait a minute. I got it. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. How do you do a screen capture? How do I do a screen? What is it? What is it? Should I just give up? Should I just give up before you guys all bail on me? I'm gonna get back to my YouTube viewer window. I'm gonna see if nobody's there. There we go. Okay, I found something. This should do it. Boom, like that. And capture. All right. Haha! I got it now. Ooh, did not want that. I'm having such a hard time with this. I feel like an idiot. And you look like one too. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Haha! Can you guys see that? So yeah, I still have my I still have my Cybertruck pre-ordered. I haven't canceled that yet because who knows? That's not gonna be over for like 4 years probably. So I was like, I got plenty of time to decide whether I want to keep that or not. Seen any good movies lately? Oh man, I watched a terrible movie, Bad Boys Forever, or something like that. Oh man, that was terrible. That was on Netflix? No, that was on iTunes. No, it was Netflix. No, it was iTunes. It was iTunes. It was iTunes. It was so bad. That was really bad. That was a really bad movie. How come I always... It's so easy to remember the bad movies, isn't it? Did I see any good movies, though? Have I seen any good ones? There was a good one, but see, I don't even remember the name of it right now. I did see one recently. It was really good. I really enjoyed, but I can't remember right now. Oh, they're getting Bolt for 15,000 with trading. That's really cheap. Yeah. Did you see that? Did you see that MRDSN? Did you see Bad Boys Forever for life? Like for life. Bad Boys for life. Wow, is that a bad movie? What they did, what it really felt like, it was a ripoff of Fast and Furious, the franchise, where they're trying to make a spinoff. They're trying to make a spinoff movie with Bad Boys with these two old guys. And I mean, they made Will Smith. I mean, they didn't have to try hard with Martin. He's gotten so fat, but they made Will Smith and Martin just like it was like watching. I think wasn't his name Murdoch on Lethal Weapon. It was like I just kept expecting one to say, "I'm getting too old for this crap." I just kept expecting. It was such a cliche movie where they're just getting too old, and Martin's like saying, "You look ridiculous. You need to settle down. You're not a playboy. You're not that young anymore," and stuff. It was. I mean, it was just like the parts that was supposed to be funny. It was kind of cringy. It was just kind of ridiculous. And that elite task force, that ridiculous task force with these drones that make zero noise, right next to the bad guys. No wind and no noise, so nobody knows you're there. I mean, this is like, I'm sorry, I can't turn reality off that far. It was so bad. It was so bad. It made no sense. It made no sense because they couldn't figure things out sooner. And then out of the blue, Will starts crying, saying, "That's my son." It's like, where the hell did that come from? Okay. Shocker. Oh, was that a spoiler alert? I figured everybody already watched the movie before me. Japan's way behind America on movies. So, is my... Oh, shoot. I have my Tesla thing still up. Sorry. Let me turn that off. Where do I go? Here it is. Turn the Cybertruck thing off. go. But let's see. I did see a good movie. I did. I honestly did. I can't remember. I mean, I finally got to watch it. It took forever to get over here, but I finally got to watch the third installment of. See, I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name. What is the name of the movie with Keanu Reeves where he's getting even for with the mafia, with the underground assassin group, and he just came out with the third installment. I finally got to watch that. I have not seen any Bad Boy movies. Don't waste your time. I mean, the first one was better than that, but only by a hair. I mean, it's just your typical, let's blow everything up. And I think Michael Bay might even made it, I'm not sure. I saw Robot and Frank recently, a fantastic sleeper. Oh, I don't even know that one. I will definitely check that one out. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the tip. Robot and Frank. John Wick 3, right. I finally got to see John Wick 3. Not as good as the first two, but it did okay. A little disappointing that they're, it's not finished. A little disappointing that they're going to have, 3 more probably? I haven't seen any John Wick movies yet. The first one is really good. I like the first one. Very based. It's a based movie. And second one's dang good too. Third one, not quite as based, but still good. It's still good. I like it. I'm just a little upset that they're extending it again. 1917, great movie. World War I movie, right? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about 1917, or actually 1918, that we need to educate ourselves about. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, 1917 is a great movie. All I know is don't mess with his dog, his puppy. Well, yeah, that's the catchphrase all the crooks do. On this for a stupid puppy. It's like that. They always say that. They don't understand the meaning behind it. And I'm not gonna do any more spoilers. I already ruined Bad Boys. As if it's possible. I already ruined Bad Boys for life for people. I'm not gonna do it for John Wick. But there's a reason why he's upset about the puppy being killed. But yeah, the first one's very based movie. Actually, it's very based. I liked it a lot. But 1917, I haven't seen yet. It's not over here yet. I do want to see that. Is that the one? There's two. There's 2 of those movies. There's 2 World War I movies. Is that the one where they restored, they cleaned up and restored original film from 1917? Or is this I think there's also a movie about it as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, I haven't seen either one of those anyways. They're not over here yet. But Lockdown, there's not a lot available. Like, there is not much I like out there. Oh, wait. I was really into Last Chance U. I don't know if I talked about that last time. You cannot ruin Bad Boys. It's so Thank you. Yes, it is. It is so bad. That is so bad. I can't. It's so ruined. Exactly. Has anybody else watched Last Chance U? I really enjoyed those. I really liked the one with the first one, with the first seasons, the first 2 seasons with that coach from Mississippi. It makes me want to move to Mississippi just to be able to watch his football games. That guy, he's a based man. He's not perfect, but man, he's got it. He's doing the best he can for these players, and he's doing some very self-righteous, spoiled, rotten, big ego boys out there because they're very talented and they know it. And he's dealing with some big egos, and their egos are so big that they're self-destructive. They're ruining their own chances for a career, and he's doing everything he can to keep them on track and help them get that goal they want. And it's a fascinating series with Last Chance U. If you haven't seen Last Chance U on Netflix yet, check it out. It is amazing. That is really fun. Fun to watch. Who knew? What do they call it? I didn't even know it was called that when I went to. I started off in community college myself. I can't remember what they call it, but they call community college something different. JUCO? Yeah, JUCO. Who knew JUCO football could be that much fun? Yeah, it's amazing. Heck, when I was in JUCO, there was no football team. We didn't have a football team. So it's the landscape is changing slowly. What's happening is these football players from universities and stuff, college football players, they're doing stupid things, getting themselves kicked off the teams, and their lives are pretty much over. So these junior colleges are now recruiting them and promising, if you guys really clean up your act, we can make it so you can get a second chance at the college level again. No, it's all new, digitally shot, long takes, handheld, steady cam. Okay, I'll still want to watch that one. That sounds good, Aaron. Thanks. That sounds really good. I definitely want to check that out. So yeah. Anyways, Last Chance U. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. I was hooked on that. I was enjoying those episodes. That was really good. And then I was watching a couple kind of typical boring reality custom car shows on Netflix. One it takes place in Vancouver, which is really close to my home, so I like that. And another one was a garage where, what's it called? What's that garage called? I don't know. They're not as good, but they're okay. Stay away from Storage Wars. I've never seen Storage Wars. I tried it out and it was just awful. Stay away from Storage Wars. What a terrible reality show that is. Can't recommend. Is there anything else I can recommend? I've been watching a lot of, right behind me. I've been watching a lot of Laurel and Hardy. I have all their videos and stuff, and my family loves it. My students love it. So we watch a lot of Laurel and Hardy lately. And then I did watch the BBC made a movie about Laurel Hardy, the relationship. There wasn't a lot of factual stuff in it. They changed a lot of the stuff going on, like the story. Story's not really true to life, but I think the relationship was pretty close to that. It's an interesting movie. 4K Blu-ray is already out. Wow, over in America, I can get it. Blu-ray does work over here. The region format's the same as Japan, so I can get that. But my wife will be upset because it won't be Japanese subtitles. But yeah, I could get that. Let me just tell you, was in theater in January here. Oh, then we have a ways to go still. It was January. We won't see it till August probably in the theaters over here. Yeah, it usually takes a while for it to show up in Japan movies. Okay, thanks for that. So yeah, let's just review real quick. It's getting late. Let's see here. Goodness gracious, where is my software now? All right. No, I did it again. Yeah. Boom. Ooh. So this is what I originally did the video for. I'm working on a video right now. This is you guys can. I won't show up on you guys. But this is the video I'm working on right now from yesterday. I took my wife for a drive yesterday to the mountains of Chiba. Just beautiful views. In fact, I probably will when we have sun again. I'll probably go for another drive through those mountains because it's just beautiful. And I'll put the dash cam video up and show you guys. Just hopefully the GoPro can do it justice. It's just really gorgeous mountain driving. And there's like valleys. You go between mountain ranges and you're in the valley. And then it's just really beautiful. Anyways, I was on this drive with my wife, and after I charged up and I reset everything, all the computer and my trip data, we started going again. About 80 kilometers into the drive, I look down at my dash and I see these numbers, 87 kilometers into the drive. I see these numbers. At 49%, I was showing these numbers, these ridiculously good numbers, 21 miles of range from an 82% charge. That's insane. So I'm working on a video. I'll have it up soon, hopefully. What? So let me. Whoa! Go back to that. Turn that off. There we go. Ooh, my screen's all messed up now. Oh no! What can you guys see? Let me go. Oh yeah, my screen did get. I'm sorry, guys. My screen got screwed up. I didn't even notice that. You're only seeing part of my display. That's fine. That's fine. Ooh. I'm watching myself. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm working on that video right now. I'll have it up after the stream's finished. I'll have it up in 30 minutes probably. I'm almost done. and I hope you enjoy it. It's a short video, and it's fascinating. It's telling what this car. I'm titling the video. The title of the video is going to be "My Leaf Thinks It's a Tesla." I mean, because it's just weird. It seems to be getting better with age with my car. I don't understand it. It's just, these numbers are insane. These numbers are insane. Granted, I had a 30-kilometer stretch of just sea level flat driving, but still, that's just insane. Those numbers. So, anyways, thank you for joining me today. It was good doing catch up with you guys. I'm sorry my computer's a little janky. Next time I promise it back on the iPad. It tends to do better streaming than this thing. But it is what it is. I'm actually a very energetic guy. I don't know. I get a little. I don't know why, but when I do live streams, I get a little monotone. I apologize for that if I'm putting you guys to sleep. And I know it's late. I'll try to be more animated next time. Yes. Wake up! I'll try to be more animated next time. It's kind of hard for me to get animated when I'm doing live streams. I tend to be very monotone. I apologize. But I hope you have a good day. Good to catch up. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Nizam. And Aaron, too. Thanks, bud. I had a great time, you guys. And you guys have a good week. And I hope this stuff ends soon for everybody. Have a good one, guys. See you again soon. All right, now how do I turn this thing off? Where do I go? Oh, here we go. See you guys.